Hey guys, this is Nathan and welcome back to Forever Stranded. Hope you guys are doing good today. I am doing amazing. So I'm out here at the ruins with the Enderman spawners because, yeah, I needed some more Ender Pearls, and I have no idea what I just grabbed there. But I needed some more Ender Pearls and I needed some Soul Vials with Endermen in them. But I realized this farm could be a lot more productive if we would add a couple little things here. So what I want to do, if we take a look at Ender.io, there are these obelisks here. So we have the Attractor Obelisk, and it says draws mobs toward it. Specify the mobs to effect by placing their souls within the device. So if we make this thing, it will actually draw all of the Endermen right over in front of us, and then we don't have to worry about them. Now, the other end of it, we have the Aversion Obelisk, which will prevent mobs from spawning within its area of effect. So this is essentially like a magnum torch, but from Ender.io. There's a few others here, like the Relocator mob relocates mobs that spawn within its area of effect. So we could even have that just relocate the mobs that are coming up above and transport them somewhere. And then, of course, the Experience Obelisk, which will store our experience, which I definitely want to get one of those, because every time that I die, I lose a lot of experience. And when I'm doing things with my tools or whatever, I need to be more wisely using my levels. The other one that I really want to look at is this Inhibitor Obelisk, which prevents teleporting within its area of effect. So that will keep the mobs from, or the Endermen from teleporting. So we can attract them, but then keep them from teleporting, which that is great. So in the meantime, I have just been doing this. I look around in the room, get all of the Endermen to come running over to me, which is great fun in and of itself, because I mean, just look at this mess. The mess here of Endermen, it's insane. And then we go, oh, by the way, die guys. And we get tons of Ender Pearls, tons of Enderman heads, and there's just lots and lots of goodies come out of this. Lots of levels, lots of solidified experience, and we can see there was a little bit of the Ender Pearls went to our vacuum chest in the center. So, yeah, nobody's really interested in me right now. So if we look here, there's a bunch of stuff in there. We have gotten all of these Enderman heads are from this session. I've consumed some of the solidified experience, but that's all from this session. And then we have 3 stacks of blocks of Ender Pearls. Each one of these stacks is 16 stacks of Ender Pearls. So, yeah, that's 48 stacks of Ender Pearls. That's more than a double chest of Ender Pearls in those 3 stacks. So that is really helpful. So, yeah, I am going to just clear this out real quick, and I'll head back to the base and we'll take a look at making a few of those obelisks, and hopefully it will help us out here a little. So I am back at the base now, so I suppose let's go ahead and start making up some of these. So the first one that I want to do is the Experience Obelisk, because I don't want to lose my experience. So we need an experience rod for this. Solarium and energetic alloy, not really all that expensive. So the rest of this is some solarium and a machine chassis, which we should have 1 machine chassis, I believe. Maybe it's that I have the experience rod in my inventory. Maybe it's because the experience rods don't stack. I don't know. But there we go. So we have our Experience Obelisk, and this thing we can just kind of place anywhere, and we can store all player XP. So now we have 37 levels in there, and then we can retrieve them one at a time. And you can see, because the higher levels have more experience involved, we can pull out quite a few levels. So we've pulled out 12 levels, but only dropped by 1.5 in the obelisk. So that's pretty good. That will definitely save us a lot, and I can just periodically come up here and dump my XP. That's very handy. So next up, we want to make this Inhibitor Obelisk. So for this, we need an Ender Crystal. Now this is one of the reasons that I actually was headed to the spawner, was to be able to make these Ender Crystals. So this requires a soul vial with an Enderman in it and a Vibrant Crystal. Now I have one Vibrant Crystal in my inventory, but we need another one because we're going to be doing two things with these. So we're going to grab two of these, then we'll go to our soul binder and throw this in there. This is going to require 6 levels, so already this thing is going to be paying for itself because now we just use 6 levels and that's all that it takes. So we'll grab 6 more, wait for this thing to finish, which so hungry capacitor. Okay, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that we can find a much better capacitor for this thing. And you know what? We're going to just place in an octatic because I believe we have one. No, we don't. And the reason for that is very simple. I now have my sword to empowered 4. So I put that octatic capacitor on there. Let's go ahead and take a look here. What have we got? So we're looking for something for the soul binder. Okay, well, let's try that. It said something about a skull. 2,000. Oh! Whoa! Okay, let's see what that does. Wow! Look at how fast that's going. Woo! Man, that makes that go fast. Alright, so now to make our Inhibitor Obelisk, once again, Solarium and a machine chassis. We are out of machine chassis. So let's go ahead and make a couple of those because, like I said in the last episode, we never can seem to have too many of these machine chassis. So that will make the Inhibitor Obelisk. And I believe this thing might need power. I don't know. We'll have to kind of take a look at these here in just a bit. And finally, we need the Attractor, which has an enticing crystal. Now, this is a villager with an emerald. So the question becomes, how are we going to get a villager? Now, obviously, we can cure zombie villagers, and that might be the only option that we have. So I do know there is a section in our quests for creating life. And possibly something with a villager can be in here. Yes, villagers. Okay. So first we have this. So you may have noticed a complete lack of native life on this planet outside of the hostile monsters. Luckily, I have a solution. If you provide the correct ingredients, I can create the animals you want. These quests are repeatable. So we need to get a spawn chicken, and for that we need 64 seeds. So let's just see if we have any seeds. It helps if I actually get clicked on the thing. And that is not how you spell seed. Okay, so we do not quite have 64 seeds. So now what we'll need to do is go get some fertilizer. I guess we could go bone meal. Let's just go with some bone meal. And we will quickly teleport over to our oil production area. And we're just going to utilize a small space here to get a little bit of wheat. So we should be able to get a bunch of wheat and a bunch of seeds out of this. And I believe we can do something to turn the wheat back into seeds. So we'll go ahead and break that back up and replant the canola. And so let's take a look at the recipe for seeds. So the sag mill, yes, that's what I thought. So 20% chance, but we also get flour. We may want to make some dark steel balls to go with that in the sag mill. And this flour we can cook directly into bread, which is very nice because I was getting a little tired of making dough, which takes salt and water. So yes, we will definitely be doing that. I kind of feel like we should get a farm set up for this, but much like this, and we're growing paper cones again. Much like the canola, the vanilla crops will die in wintertime, so we have to have them in a climate-controlled area. I think also there's greenhouse glass. I think somebody said something about that. So let's actually go greenhouse. So we have the forestry greenhouse glass. Yeah, so it's all forestry. Oh, we do have actually additions as well. So I'm curious to know, so does this make things grow fat? Oh, yes it does. That's what I figured. Okay, greenhouse glass is a very effective way to speed up the growth of your plants when placed anywhere above the plant, as long as there is no blocks above obstructing the path and there is sunlight above the glass. It will significantly speed up the growth of the plant. It obviously has to be daytime too, though that was, or thought that was obvious. So, man, that stuff is expensive. That is a lot of empowered palace crystal blocks. So the empowered palace crystals is prismarine shards and cyan dye. Oh my gosh, and that will take tons of lapis to do. So yeah, I think we'll pass on that. This one here is camouflage paneling with cyan. I'm assuming, yeah, any glass, including quite clear glass. These camouflage paneling, oh, we have to get into forestry, get the carpenter. We need a lot of dyes involved there. And we need biomass. Wow, little bit of a rabbit hole there, but we do have a greenhouse door as well. We have the windows and the roof window, so I don't know what the difference is there. And then we have greenhouse climate control, butterfly hatch. I don't think we want to be doing anything with that. So it looks like we have a multi-block involved with this forestry greenhouse. Okay. Well, that's something that we can keep in mind later on. But in the meantime, I'm going to pull that double compressed cobble out of there. And actually, we said we were going to get some, dark steel balls. So, dark steel. Okay, well, there's space in there. So this takes 5 dark steel for 5 of them. So we turn 1 ingot into 1 dark steel ball, but these greatly improve our main output, bonus output, and reduce the amount of power needed. So we're going to make a few of these. Not a whole lot. This is the one that is using more power, so yeah, let's see. Wow, that is stupidly fast. So I don't think we're quite going to get enough out of there. No. Oh, wait, we have more. So, seeds. And there we go. We should have a stack of vanilla seeds now. So, lonely. There we go. So that's going to give us a spawn chicken egg. And, like I said, this one is repeatable. So, yes, now we can do the villager and need more health. Ooh. Can we get more than 5 hearts? Okay, so we need a spawn villager egg, and that will give us 1 lifeblood crystal, 1 extra life, and a loot chest every time. Nice. You may have noticed you only have half health. Let's fix that. So, yes, that will be very nice. So, villagers. So, dumb as rocks, but could be useful. So we need 4 blocks of emerald. So let's see how many emeralds we have. That is not how you spell emerald. Yeah, we have a few emeralds, just a few. So yeah, we can do this quest a few times. Okay. So, oh, and it doesn't consume. Okay. So we have a cooldown on that? Okay, so about every hour and a half we can do these. And we don't even have to, it doesn't use the stuff. So as long as we have 1 set. So the seeds and the block of, oh geez, that feels cheaty. That feels really, really cheaty. Okay, well, let's go ahead and drop these emeralds in here. And I think this spawn villager egg I am probably going to use for what we need. So if we go back to Ender IO, so this Attractor Obelisk, we needed a villager in a soul vial, and we need an emerald. Okay, so let's go ahead and place these items in here. Those will be the things for our creating life quests, and then we need to place down our villager, and then, oh, he's a cleric too. Rotten flesh, gold? No. Yeah, you're going to, can I, there we go. So now we have a soul vial with a villager. We need 1 emerald. And super fast we can do this. We need 4 levels. 1, 2, 3, 4. Beautiful. And activate. So we get our enticing crystal. Sorry, Mr. Villager. Alright, so now for our Attractor Obelisk, we need some energetic alloy with this as well. So that makes our Attractor Obelisk. So that will teleport mobs to it, and then the Inhibitor Obelisk will keep them from teleporting away. Well, I don't know that it will teleport them to it. It will attract them to it. So they'll be walking towards it or something. Now the last thing, we have another Ender Crystal in here. Why do I want that? Because I want to add, yes, travel to my sword. So we need 16 levels for that. Wow. So we'll add 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There we go. We still have 34 levels in the obelisk. That is, I love that thing. Okay, so this is going to give us travel on here. And now our sword should be able to be used to, okay, so we have to shift, but now we can use our sword to teleport around. We don't need this Staff of Traveling, so we can take this Staff of Traveling and place it somewhere safe. So I suppose we'll put it in here with backup supplies. That is pretty cool. Now we can also put travel on our pick, and we can put spoon on there. We are completely upgraded with the Ender IO stuff now on our sword, but we have another issue. You can see the sword is slowly taking durability damage, as is our dark pick. You know, the Empower does absorb a large amount of the damage. You know, we can see the Empowered 4, it absorbs 85% of the damage with power rather than using the durability of the sword. But yeah, it still will take some damage. So we need a way to fix that. And the easiest way is to get mending. So if we look here, we can make the Enchanter from Ender IO. This is a very simple recipe. A little bit of dark steel, a book, and some diamonds. And this will allow us to literally make any enchantment we want. So if we look at the recipes here, and we want to find mending. So we have XP boost, we have auto smelt, protection, fire protection, feather falling, blast protection, projectile protection, respiration, aqua affinity, depth strider, frost walker, thorns, sharpness, smite, bane of arthropods, knockback, fire aspect, looting, efficiency, silk touch, unbreaking, mending, fortune, power, punch, flame, infinity, luck of the sea, lure, and soulbound. All, wow. Okay, so there's a few of these that we're going to need. First off, we're going to want to get soulbound on all of the stuff that we have. You know, our tools, our armor and stuff. And actually, I think we're probably going to be updating this armor here very soon, so we'll probably wait on that. We also want to get mending for all of those. So if we look at the uses on this again, so we'll want to get soulbound for all of them. We will want to get mending for all of them. We're going to want fortune on a pick, but we're also going to want Silk Touch on a pick. Efficiency is going to be really nice to add to our pick. Looting we're going to add to the sword, so on down through the line. I think Smite might be a good one to add, but I don't know. I can't remember for sure how enchantments work in 1.10. I know there's some things that cannot go together on a sword in 1.16. I don't know if that was the case in 1.10. So I'm going to make a few of these enchanted books and try to figure out which ones we're going to use where. And I will be back. And XP boost, yeah, we're definitely going to be putting that on. So I was right in that these need power. And it looks like we can put capacitors in them as well, as is the case with most things in Ender IO. I don't know what's going on there. But these guys cannot teleport out now, and they are attracted very heavily to this. So the range is currently 16. If we show the range, we can see that it doesn't completely cover the entire area, but that's fine. Now, we do have a configuration on this, and I don't know for sure what that's going to do. But we have one of our capacitor banks here, and we're basically just going to let it sit here while we're here. But this is absolutely ridiculous. So I did get Mending and XP Boost 3 onto my Ender, and we can see right now we are at 1425 durability. Let's go ahead and kill a few guys. And now we're at 1467. And now we're at 1519. So yeah, this is pretty good and fast. But I need to get a lot more XP in order for this to actually work out for us. So yeah, I'm going to be sitting here for a little while. I've got to get my sword completely mended, which isn't going to take terribly long now with mending. And then I need to get a few more mending books and a few other things, and I will be back in a little bit. So I had an idea to go out and try to find some red orchids since we were struggling so bad with redstone. And it says here that this stuff can be found in dungeon chests. So I thought maybe I would check some more desert temples around the area and just see if I could find anything. And I went out close to the city, and I actually found something that I wasn't really expecting. And that is this. So yeah, it's another one of those dungeons. If we take a look at our map here, not topology, I want cave layers. So if we look at our map, where are we? We're right here. Oh, come on. Would you? Wow, really? Gotta be like that. Okay, there we go. But yeah, this is another very large one of these dungeons. So I don't know if it's worth going in here. I don't have any of the things that I need to go and get it. I have my ender pouch there's not much space in here. I guess I have some vibrant crystals in there. That's weird. But, I don't have my bow. I don't have my builder's packs or any of that stuff. So, yeah, I think what I might have to do is head back to the base and get all that stuff. But in the meantime, I'm just going to gather what I can, I guess. Yeah. So, I guess get all of this, and I'll see you guys in a bit. So, I have done a few things to help me out down here in this dungeon. First one being, I've brought a bed and a vibrant capacitor bank so that we can recharge our temperature regulator and our sword and a bunch of other stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and charge that right now. The next thing is, you can see my inventory is full right now. Well, guess what? I set up my ender pouch to be able to accept items and you can see they're being pulled back out. So that is actually really handy. That is, I just have some conduits pulling items and putting them into large storage crates. So that's really nice. So that's some stuff to get things going there. Now another thing is I have put some extra enchantments on some of my stuff. So I now have Sharpness 5, Unbreaking 3, and Soulbound on my sword. So regardless of whether we get killed, we're going to have our sword to start out with. I've also put Mending and Unbreaking 3 on my pick, so we can very easily get some blocks broken if we need to. And then I made this new sword with Mending, Unbreaking 3, Flame, and Power 5. So that is a really nice strong bow, but we can also shoot arrows with that, which is really nice. So yeah, I guess if we do it properly, we can one-shot these guys. I just realized something that I did forget though, and that is my Drop of Evil. So I am going to have to go back and probably get that, and I don't know how that guy hit us. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, I need to go and get my Drop of Evil because right away I know there is a spider spawner in this room. And yeah, we're going to be picking up a lot of spawners, and I have no idea what all we're going to find in these rooms. So I will go get that last little bit of stuff, and I'll see you guys in a bit. So there are a lot of really nice resources in here. We've got a lot of bricks and stone bricks and a lot of moss stone and mossy stone bricks. Very nice. I like that a lot. Now the other thing is with my new, more powerful weaponry, this is actually not nearly as difficult to go through as it was with the last one. So I will be going through and grabbing all of these spawners and everything else, and just kind of working my way through. But oh, there is a spawner, cave spider. Yeah, I don't like you. But yeah, if I find anything really interesting, which I haven't seen anything yet, I will bring you guys back in. But yeah, my guess is it's going to be fairly standard loot. So yeah, I will see you guys probably when this is mostly finished. I am loving this sword for a getaway. All I have to do is press shift and click and off I go. That is great. Unfortunately, my armor still is not totally up to snuff. The other thing is, you may notice I have 6 hearts now. So I did complete the quest for the Need More Health, and I did get the 1 more Lifeblood Crystal. So that's pretty cool. The loot chest had a Pam's Harvest Craft presser in it. Nothing really all that impressive. So, yeah, I guess. And there's that skeleton that just shot me a bit ago. And apparently there's another one. Well, I kind of wish that I had found this before I started doing anything with immersive engineering. Because, my gosh, there are a lot of bricks here. But also, there are things buried in these walls, including spawners. So I just had a creeper drop on my head. So somewhere up here, there is a creeper spawner. Now, whether it's on this side or the other side, I have no clue. But there is definitely a creeper spawner in here somewhere. And he exposed another chest. It's the second that I have found. And my guess is it's probably over here on this side is where the spawner is. But the other thing is all of these bricks, we can use these either in a pulverizer or an extractor to get the actual brick back out of them. And so, yeah, I mean, that would have been really nice here the other day. But as it stands, I can still do it, and we will have everything we could ever need for these bricks. So yeah, I'm going to be digging here for a little bit. Thankfully, this pick does not use very much durability. every time that it breaks a block. But I may want to head back to the base for a little bit and go and get some efficiency on it, because it is a little bit on the slow side. So, yeah, I guess I am going to keep doing this digging here, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. Well, I must say I don't understand this. So I'm out getting a little bit of sand, because when I went back to the base, I found that our sieving system is shut down, and I just placed down a torch by right-clicking with my pick, and a pig has shown up. And this is not the first one. This is actually the second one. And yeah, the first one suffocated in a torrent of sand. Apparently there must be some sort of a special thing about my pick. I don't know. Well, I have to say, for the size of this place, not overly extraordinary what we got out of it. So yeah, that's unfortunate. However, we do have it completely exposed now. If we take a look at our map, you know, it is completely exposed and lit up. There was, well, I guess I take that back. There's a little tiny spot here right next to me that I haven't illuminated yet. But there was an area up here by that area that I excavated all the bricks. There was solid stone bricks. I did some strip mines through it and found a couple extra chests. And I'm wondering if there may not be some more spawners buried up in those blocks somewhere. But that would be something that I would have to look at later on. So yeah, let's just take a look here. And that's just right here. If this is something that's still not lit up. Oh, yep. There is definitely some stuff here that I didn't get. So, yeah, that's kind of the way the loot has been through the whole thing. Just not much of anything, really. It's saying that it's... Oh, because this is open to the... well, that was a bit of an illusion for me, but... it actually turned out for the best, because we had some spawnable space over here that I hadn't lit up. There is a lot of lava around here, so we will be able to possibly bring a tank or 2 or 12 over here and pick up tons and tons of lava. That would actually speed things up a lot. So yeah, I guess it kind of is what it is. We definitely got everything that we're going to get out of this place. So I am going to just kind of throw all this stuff into my inventory and head back to the base. And we'll take a look at what all I got. So here we are back at the base, and I did not need to set up this many. But we can see some of the items that I have gotten from this. And there's a fair number, but it didn't get into those 4. So if we sort this and take a look at it, look at all of these disturbed spawners. I'm actually going to pull all of those out right away, and we'll see what we got on those. Oh my god, there's a lot of spawners here. So there were literally tons of spawners in that thing. So yeah, it was kind of to be expected that we were going to get a lot of these things. So some of these will stack together, and we'll basically need to combine all of them. But look at that. We got, like, what is this? So that's spiders. We got 13 spiders, 8 skeletons, 8 zombies, 5 endermen. Wow. But yeah, there's a lot of spawners there. We also got a fair number of golden apples. So yeah, we've got 5 of those. We also got a blitz, or a couple of blitz rods. I wish I would have had some soul vials with me so that I could have captured those guys. But there's some more golden apples. You know, lots of armor. This leather armor, I'm not entirely sure what we're going to do with it, but we can run it through a sawmill and get leather back out of it. We can also run it through a stoked cauldron and get glue from Better with Mods. I don't know if we're going to be doing anything with this glue from Better with Mods, but it's definitely a possibility. And it looks like we can turn plant clippings and glue into loose twigs and prunings with glue into cocoa beans. Oh, well, that's a way to get cocoa beans, but we already have cocoa beans. We also got a lot of Eyes of Ender. Don't know what we're going to do with those for sure. I guess I threw an extra wrench in there. But yeah, lots of armor, lots of weapons, lots of junk that I am not sure what we're going to do with. So yeah, that's our loot from that dungeon. And we do have some books here. So we've got Knockback 2, Punch 2. We have Soul Stealer 3. I think that's actually one that we can't get on our Enchanter. So that's good. Soul Stealer, what does that do? No description, but it is for soul shards. So we could possibly be doing something with soul shards. Blast Protection 4 is pretty good. So that's good to see. And you know what? My diamond helmet broke. So there we go. We have a new helmet. I might be looking at some new armor in the live stream, which is going to be starting here in just a couple of minutes for me, and probably been a couple of days for you guys. So I'll hope to see you guys there, but that's going to be it for this episode. So I'm going to say thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, be sure to give a thumbs up. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. If you have any thoughts about what I've been doing or anything that you want to see, be sure to leave that down in the comments, and I will see you next time. Bye.